Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you see me for the very first time, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Aramide Oyewale and I'm all that you need. Okay, maybe not. I know that I've been MIA and all of that, but I'm back. Yeah, don't worry. Okay, so in today's episode, I'm going to be enlightening you on steps to financial freedom. Yes, I did say this channel was going to be a little bit about entrepreneurship. Maybe that may be our new goal. Anyway, so we're giving you steps to financial freedom. I'm talking about five major steps. Many people are battling with their finances, they're drowning in debt, and they don't even know what to do, they don't know how to get out. Or maybe you're just there and you need money, or you don't even know how to get money. You're like, oh my god, I'm out of ideas and everything. You definitely want to keep on watching this. So let's dive right into it. So, the number one step for me getting out of financial, what's the opposite of freedom? Bondage. Yes. Step to financial freedom is eliminating debt. Now, this is like what we hear every time. Everybody's like, don't get into debt. Don't get into debt. Not that they say that is in Yoruba and all of that. Well, there are actually two kinds of debt. We have the good debt and the bad debt. So I would not advise you to go into bad debt. An example of bad debt is you taking a vacation that you know you cannot afford. Like, let's say there's only 100,000 naira in your bank account, but you want to go to the Bahamas for summer or whatever they go and do in the Bahamas. You get, so don't do more than you can afford to do, right? If that makes sense. Yeah. So example of good debt is you taking a student loan. Let's say you want to go to law school or med school. Taking a loan, that is, you're taking this loan to acquire an asset. So that is an example of good debt. So the number one step for me to get to financial freedom is eliminating debt. Now there are two major ways of eliminating debt. We have the snowballing method and we have the avalanche method. Right? Method. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Okay, correct me. So this avalanche method is when you like move from the largest to the smallest. Do you get? So like that example I gave. So instead of the snowball method, aside from the 5,000 naira, up to the 20,000 naira. But in this avalanche method, we're going from 20,000 naira, 10,000 naira to the 5,000 naira debt. We're clearing it from the highest to the lowest. Don't know if you get me. So those are the two major ways of eliminating debt, and eliminating debt for me is the number one step to financial freedom. Right. For me, the number two step in obtaining financial freedom is, drum roll. This is like the most common step. Okay, getting a side hustle. Like, Jesus, I cannot overemphasize this. Like, I wish I can just scream, get a side hustle. This is like a must for everybody that wants to get out of financial bondage. Like, if you want to have financial freedom, get a side hustle. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So this is very, very important, and many people hear this all the time. Are like, get a side hustle, get a side hustle, but you're like confused. You're like, how? What do I even know that I'm supposed to be doing? Like, what I'm supposed to do? How do I get it? I don't even have capital. I don't do this. I don't do that. Well, if you'd like me to drop a video on side hustles you can do with little or no capital, do let me know in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to do that. Okay, so having a side hustle is like, I call it self-care, because you don't get to exhaust all your income. I don't know if you get me. Okay, if you're someone that likes to live a baby girl lifestyle, you need to get hair, you need to get shoes, you need to get bags, you need to get everything, be looking all chic. Well, your 70 to 100k salary might just not be enough if you want to save, and you should definitely save if you want to get financial freedom. So yes, it's going to be very advisable for you to get a side also. So maybe you know that, okay, this side also is what caters for your baby girl lifestyle. Meanwhile, your main business, your main source of income is what you use for your savings and for your investments and stuff like that. So side also is actually so important. That's the best financial advice you can give anybody, is to get a side hustle. Do we get? Step number 3 for me is peace out forward. Okay, some of you are like, what's she saying? Well, if you want me to continue, make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe. Okay, let me give you time. Are you done? Okay. Alright. So peace out fund. Lots of people are like, what is she saying? I know, I'm going to explain it. So peace out fund, aka emergency fund. Do you get it now? Okay. So this is like, I don't say lifesaver, but yeah, it kind of is a lifesaver in a way, you know. Okay, let's say for instance you've been keeping 5,000 naira aside. You've been doing this for 6 months. So 5 times 60, that is 30,000 naira. If I'm correct, I should 6 times 5. Yes, 30,000 naira. Okay. Imagine you keeping 30,000 naira just aside end of 6 months. Maybe there's this sort of emergency that you need to take care of. You don't have to dip into your salary of 100k to remove 30,000 naira, which can affect your normal budget. Do you get? Now there's some things that happen, some things are unplanned, some things just happen. Let's say your best friend is getting married. You have to buy a baby. No, your best friend cannot be getting married and you be like, what's my business? Who are you? Right? So there's some things that happen, some things we don't plan for, some things we don't expect. When you get your friend getting married, you might kind of expect that one, but there's some things you don't expect and you just have to do something. Let's say your parents are like, oh, please help your sister with this money. Maybe someone that has never even asked you for money before just asks you for money. And you cannot just dip your hand into your salary. Do you get me? So that emergency fund is very, very important. Like, it is paramount. So when you see your salary next month or this month, please put aside like a certain amount of money that won't affect you. Just putting it aside, you know, as an emergency fund, just in case it is. This is so important, guys. I cannot even. Okay, so step number 4 is investment. This is one area that me self I'm just, you know, getting up on it. Yeah, investment is actually very important. Invest in sensible things, please, people. Please, not all those tons of WhatsApp messages that you see that you don't know your money is going to. No, I'm not advising you to do that. Invest in things that will grow. Okay, so I'm not going to, this is not a paid or a sponsored video, so I'm not going to be, you know, helping anybody to sponsor anything. Invest, that's all I can say. So there's so many things you can invest in. You can invest in land. That is so like, Jesus, it is so good, like the best. Just if you have, like, I don't know, land is so cheap in certain areas. With 200 to 300k you can get land in places like Oyo, Ogun State, you know, and stuff like that. So that's in Nigeria. Yeah, so you can just throw that money there, and geez, in the next 3 to 5 years you are in money, like money. Yeah, so investment is so good. You can also invest in agriculture. I did that. Yes, I'm doing that. Like, you know, I put my money into, I actually did livestock. So some people do, you know, plant produce and all of that. So you can just invest your money. You don't have to be doing the hard work. You get, just pay whoever has to do it, then, you know, it appreciates. So there are so many forms of investment out there. If you'd like me to do another video on investment, do let me know in the comment section. Okay, so the last but not the least step is get like-minded people. Yeah, step number 5, people, get like-minded people. Don't move people that are not thinking the way you're supposed to be thinking. Like, this is so important, you know. The Bible says, show me a friend and I'll tell you who you are. Like, what other reference do you need? You need to move with people that think the way you think. That it is just like, it is the way. Like, it is key. It is so important. Please do not be thinking of having an emergency fund and be moving with people that know how to spend all their salary in one day. Some people are like that. I actually know someone like that, but we're not friends. I know the person from afar.